Hey guys, Morgan Rate Builder here again with another kit build review. If you watched my last unboxing, you will have seen that strayed a little bit from the path, but stuck true to the plow world. So we have now a built Kotobukiya Gun Sniper Leena Special off of their HMM line. So the kit itself was actually quite a bit of fun to build. It's going to eventually require some painting, some detailing, some panel lining. I don't think it'll take a whole lot of panel lining, more so just some masking and painting eventually to really get it looking the way I want, but that's going to have to come down the road a little ways. So it will someday get done, and hopefully I'll post some pictures or another video of it then. But until then, at least we've got a built kit, and we can review that process. The kit itself actually did not take me as long as I thought it would be to get it built. Actually ended up building the kit in a single day, which is pretty rare for me on really most of my models anymore. Master grades almost always take me 2 days. Perfect grades probably 4 plus, depending on which one it is. And the last Kotobukiya kit that I built was the Liger Zero off the HMM line, and I think that took me about 2.5 days to complete it, maybe 3. So this was a surprisingly easy kit to put together and build. Still quite a few parts, but everything went together really smoothly. The directions were really clear, really easy to build, and a whole lot of fun. So without much further ado, you guys have seen it spin a couple of times. We'll get into a little bit more of the actual kit itself. I kind of want to get this out of the way, so we'll pull that up first. It did come with the little basket that you see Leena carrying at one point in the show, coming back with her gun sniper full of weapons. So it's filled with all kinds of little weapon parts and everything, a little missile. It's just kind of a neat little added bonus they threw in there, I think, with having the basket and everything that comes in it. So we'll get that out of the way and move on to, obviously, the thing everybody really wants to see, which is the actual model itself. When I did the unboxing, I did show that this had a fully painted figure that came with it. So she is right there inside the cockpit. She may be a little hard to see. I don't want to move this around too much if I can help it right away. But nice fully painted figure that came with it right there in the cockpit. So it's kind of a nice little, I guess, like I said, added bonus. It was nice to see something like that. So hopefully, maybe eventually, Bandai will take some hints on that. I know people like to paint their little individual figure models. I don't have a steady enough hand to do that, so I probably never will. So hopefully, maybe we'll get lucky and they'll start including a painted figure, even if it's not the cockpit one. Maybe it's just a little one that stands next to it. That would be pretty cool. So we'll get right into the rest of this, though. Obviously, Gun Sniper is kind of a cool little model. Basically, I guess the best way I can put it is it really looks like a raptor from Jurassic Park. So the dinosaur, it's really interesting looking kits. Real cool take on bringing something out and making it just really interesting. So as you can see, with if you've ever watched Zoids, Leena through the entire series is nothing but a gun hog. If it fires some kind of bullet, rocket, missile, anything like that, she's probably got one attached to her gun sniper at some point. So looking at that, we've got missile pods on both the arms and the legs, the shoulders, up on the backpack, With that, we've got 4. I want to say cannon. I'm pretty sure they're 120 millimeter cannons off of each side of the backpack. Got Gatling gun, 2 3-barrel Gatling guns and 2 6-barrel Gatling guns, and then a couple of other cannon type weapons out here, and 2 small ones. They came with the kit. I'm not entirely sure they actually go there, but there was an extra hole, and I had a couple of extra of those that weren't in the directions, so I put them on there because it's Leena and she's always got extra weapons. With that, we've also got a pair of 3-barrel Gatling guns, 1 on each hand, and another small cannon right under the right on the chest. It's just an absolute outrageous amount of firepower, which is 100% accurate for a Leena special. Outside of that, got a radar dome up here on top with, I'm assuming, some sort of sensor. I thought it was kind of a neat little added feature thing. Pretty much all of these little doors on all of them move. The ones on the rocket pods, it actually comes with 2 different sets. It comes with a set of open ones for each one and a set of closed cover one. Obviously, the way I'm planning on posing this, I want them all open. I think it'll look pretty good once I get this, along with the other kits that I'm going to pose with it, kind of set themselves up. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll get around to doing a diorama with all the kits. It'll be a couple of Zoids kits and a couple of Gundam kits all together. Should look pretty cool. Really kind of show a little bit of diversity, but keeping everything in the PLA community. So outside of that, the detailing on the kit's pretty good. Color separation's pretty good outside of really like the weapons, which I wasn't too terribly surprised. Most of the time weapons on kits like this are very bland, with the expectation that you'll probably paint them. The armor on it, color separation's good. It'll definitely need some panel lining at some point, but I'm kind of on the edge of whether I want to panel line it now or if I'm going to wait till I decide I'm going to do the masking and painting for the weapons and see if maybe I want to paint a few other things on it as well. So we'll see about that. We'll get this thing, actually I guess just turn it around real quick. The last real thing on this, or last couple of real things on this kit, it does have movable boosters. The actual booster in the back pushes in and pulls out, along with the heat flap under it moving up and down. That's always a neat little feature. And then as the rest of the gun snipers in the series go, it does have a fully movable tail that you can straighten out and pull up the actual rifle. And it collapses in, straightens out nicely, and then you could, if you wanted, you could pose Leena's gun sniper doing the one thing I don't think it's ever done in the series, and probably never will, sniping. It's just, it's not Leena's style. Her style was always just one of those, hey, let's unload as much armament out towards whatever the enemy is, and we'll hit them with volume rather than hitting them with skill. I mean, a lot can be said for that, but I don't know, I'm one of those weird people. I always thought the one shot, one kill was a good way to go about it. So, however, everyone's got their own way of doing things, so it is what it is. The last thing, I think really the last thing I wanted to show you guys on this one is, so the backpack sticks on really, really well on this kit. However, the centerpiece with the Zoids core in it comes out very, very easily. So the spot where you actually attach the backpack onto the back of Leena's gun sniper works really well. If you want to pull it off, it will just pull that right up with it. So I will say be careful about that. Everything seems to be pretty well built. Nothing seems to be terribly fragile as far as I've found yet, so it shouldn't be any kind of issue, shouldn't cause any issues for anybody. However, you just never know, and you do need to be a little more careful about that. The one thing I think I missed through the review is I mentioned it's got rocket pods on both legs and both arms, along with the shoulders. However, the legs themselves also have raisable rocket pods. I couldn't find a way of getting them to pose with those open and everything else open well. So that is the one set of armaments I left closed on her mech. Other than that, it was just a really fun kit to build. Like I said, didn't take terribly long, which is kind of nice, but went together really well. Hopefully, if you guys have any interest in the Zoids kits, this would be a great one to pick up. I would always recommend having some experience before you build any of the Kotobukiya kits. They are not the easiest kits to build. I'd rate them probably maybe somewhere between like a real grade and a master grade for the Gundam models, but really it's all up to what you think you can pull off and how good you want it to look. So, other than that, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. And hit the like button if you liked the video. If you didn't, hit the dislike. Feel free to leave comments. I'm always looking for, constructive criticism, and stuff like that. So, other than that, hey, see you guys all next time.